Hari Om. We are now attempting to explain the 11th stanza of section 2 of chapter 1 of MUNDAKOPANISHAD. The verse reads like this: Tapa Shraddhe Yehu Upavasandhyaranye Shanta Vidvamso Bhaikshajariam Charanta sūrya-dvāreṇa te viraja prayanti yatra amrata sapurusho hyavyayatma. This is the mantra mentioned above. The Rishi in the earlier mantras we have seen was exhaustively painting the false pandits and their thought process. Now, on the other hand, the Rishi says, those who perform tapas with shraddha, austerity with faith or concentration in the forest, meaning secluded places, with full control over their sense organs of action and perception, jnanendriyas and karmendriyas, taking to the life of a bhikshu and consequently having exhausted almost all their past vasanas or karma bhalas, the Veda says, they go through the path of the sun and straight reach Brahmaloka to ultimately merge in Brahman. This is the meaning of the verse. Here, Shruti is painting the picture of a true sannyasin as opposed to the earlier portraits of pseudo pandits who perform desire-laden actions and consequently come to suffer the karma phala after a temporary sojourn in the heavens. Those rare beings who have sufficiently understood that desire is insatiable and that true happiness is never ever derived from fulfillment of egocentric desires, but true happiness is obtained on attaining a state of egocentric desirelessness. They develop an enlightened detachment from the sensual pleasures and consequently become fit for moksha or liberation from the thraldom of birth and death. They should reach a state of egocentric desirelessness, not desirelessness. There is a desire for them also. To reach Brahman or to merge with the Brahman, to realize who he is and his self-discovery, they are all desires. But those are not egocentric desires meant to fatten your sense organs through sense objects. It is a desire of self-discovery. So when the egocentric desirelessness state is achieved, they become a fit adhikarin for moksha or liberation. Think please. Now, as the sense organs of perception, namely the eyes, the nose, the ears, the tongue, the skin, the 5 sense organs of perception are generally weak and are designed by the very Creator to focus on the external sense objects or indriya vishayas. Indriya vishayas means the whole world of objects, emotions and thoughts. Paranchikhani vyadranat swayambhu tasmat parang pashyadi na antaratma. This is what Kathopanishad says. The sense organs are punished, as it were, are designed, as it were, to only cater to the external world of objects, emotions, and thoughts. They cannot ever have an inward gaze into your personality. Therefore, as a measure of abundant caution and prevention, these seekers of Brahman try to keep away from the fascinating world to secluded places and lead a quiet life of meditation with full concentration and faith on the Shruti Vakyas. Tasmat Shastram Pramanam cha, says Bhagavad Gita. If you do not know anything, the best thing until you understand it is to have a pramanam, a basis, a faith on the Shastras. What the wiser people who have gone earlier to you have said. Therefore, those Shastras you have faith. Tapa and Shraddha. So they do with the penance in the sense, secluded life, with concentration, utter faith in the Shastras. The belief that the Shastras shall not mislead you. Through this yoga, they ultimately cast their gross body. They don't cast their body with a million desires in them. I want to be that, I want to be this, I want to get that, I want to get this, I want to do this, I want to do that. They cast away their body through the process of yoga. Yoganande tanutyajam, says Kalidasa and Raghuvamsha. So through this yoga, they ultimately cast their gross body, and their subtle body still remains, which constitute of their mind and intellect. And this subtle body, it gets disengaged from the gross body. That is death. Once the pulling force of the gross body gets disconnected, their subtle body, constituting their mind and intellect, which is almost empty, has no weight because of no desires, the only desire is to realize Brahman, they straight go through the path of the sun. There is a highway for them, rather the bypass for them. They don't have to go through the city of heaven or city of Pitraloka. They bypass the city of heaven and city of Pitraloka, and through that bypass, the path of the sun, they straight go in the Uttarayanam route. This bypass is called Uttarayanam, and reach Brahmaloka for final salvation. This is what the Shruti is explaining. By virtue of years of practice of detachment of worldly pleasures, their mind and intellect is not laden with any egocentric desire, and the only desire is that of self-discovery. And in the scorching heat of the knowledge, the residual vasanas, if any, small things, unknown vasanas, undigested thoughts, unfulfilled here and there, small desires to have some avakaya or some pakoda, small things, they get burnt away and merges with the reality. Jnanagni dagdha karmanam, all your karma bhalas, once you get that true knowledge in you, that fire of that knowledge burns all your vasanas. Once the vasanas get exhausted, the self in you, which was conditioned by the body, by the mind, by the intellect, when all these three ubadhis or equipments are broken, your own self, small s, gets merged with big S. When the pot is broken, the space conditioned by the pot merges with the Maha space, isn't it? You have a pot. There is a space inside the pot. There is a space outside the pot. a pot. Both are space. One is a conditioned spot, Jivatma. The other is unconditioned space, the Paramatma. Now when the pot is broken, the equipment which was conditioning the bigger space to a smaller space is broken. Then the Ghatakasha becomes Mahakasha. This process of liberation is called karma mukti. You attain mukti through your karmas, as opposed to jnana mukti, where the rarest of rare people are born with the supreme knowledge as their part and parcel. They are born with the knowledge. And after completing the residual vasanas, I told you, small pakodavakaya vasanas, they pack off to join with the reality. That type of persons are eminent, the spiritual personalities like Shankara, Buddha, Ramana Maharshi, Aurobindo. You can name them. In India you have a number of such people. And these are called Jivan Mukta, liberated even while living. Death is not a conditioned precedent for liberation. So they don't believe that liberation is only after you die. No. Liberation is even when you are living. If you are born with the right knowledge. Otherwise, you have to acquire that knowledge through practice, through sadhana, through tapas, through shraddha. And then when you cast your body with a less luggage traveler, like a less luggage traveler, the subtle body of yours, namely the mind and intellect equipment, take a bypass route through the sun, the Uttarayaṇa, and go to Brahmaloka to ultimately merge with the Supreme Self. Please read the stanza once again and then try to analyze the explanation which I have tried to offer. Hari Om.